relationship, that's what lasts. That's what Jim gave us all. It is my greatest honor to host this tournament in his name. Now let's play some ball. This one's for Diamond Jim.
So right there you hear from North Brunswick Baseball and Softball Association President Dave Rosenberg. We get ready for today's game, and I think we're going to have a ceremony with first pitch. Downey family, the widow and children of Jim O'Downey, his widow Lynn, his wife Lynn, and his children. We'll have a ceremony of first pitch here. Well, first flowers. I see flowers. Okay, no first pitch. I thought maybe it'd be a ceremony for no first pitch. All right, so after the flower presentation, now JP Stevens and Metuchen will head over to Field 2 for their game, and then North Brunswick and Edison will convene here on Field number 1 for their game. So, with that, get glad to listen to James, SK.com, also on Facebook at the King James Radio Network, on X, King James Radio 1, and on Instagram at King James Radio 1. So, that pretty much covers our pregame. I mean, basically, North Brunswick coming off of back-to-back losses to North Plainfield. And so they will try to rebound from that. Edison, they are 10-4 on the season under head coach Vince Benny, a longtime head coach, over 300 wins for Coach Benny. And so Edison is actually, they started the season at 5-0. They've been 5-4 since then. So Edison trying to get their ship right as well. So we will break here. When we come back, it should be game time. North Brunswick and Edison. It'll probably be a couple of minutes at least, but North Brunswick and Edison coming up on the other side of the break. I see Benny presenting his lineup card, so I'm sure Jake Rosenberg will do the same. So we will break, and when we come back, we should have some baseball here. North Brunswick and Edison in game 1 of the Jim O'Downey Memorial Classic. This has been the Raiders Live Game presented by the Captain Arena Company. Good game. pleasant Saturday afternoon to one and all. We welcome you to North Brunswick Community Park in North Brunswick, New Jersey, where today our 15th season of North Brunswick Raiders baseball happens here on the King James Radio Network. It's the North Brunswick Raiders versus the Edison Eagles in Game 1 of the second annual Jim Downey Memorial Classic. And so North Brunswick in their blue jerseys, the alternate blues, with the white letters, gold numbers, white pants. They have the blue cap with the gold brim. Edison, they're in their alternate red jerseys with the gold letters and numbers, gray pants with the red single red pinstripe, and they will bat first. Coach Benny. So, Benny, longtime head coach, his 24th season, 325 career wins for Coach Benny. Currently this year, Edison attending 4 champions of the GFC Great Division, so certainly have to be considered the odds-on favorite to win this year's GFC tournament. But that's what North Brunswick will be up against. The Raiders come in at 6-9, unofficially 6-9. Under head coach Jim Rosenberg. It was a matter of a game against Wisconsin earlier this year, which we'll maybe touch on later on in front. 6-9, coming off of back-to-back losses to North Plainfield, a pair of Mercy Field losses, 12-2 and 10-0. So, starting pitcher today for North Brunswick is Chris Cardoza, who is 1-3 with a 7.29 ERA. Chris is junior. 24 innings pitched, 37 hits, 17 walks, and 29 strikeouts. Rob Roma will step into the batter's box here for Edison. Roma is a senior, hitting an even 400 with 6 runs batted in, 16 hits. We'll get you the Edison starting lineup here in just a moment. Our game time temperature, courtesy of the Weather Channel. Let's see, I would say partly cloudy skies, 60 degrees at game time. Chris Cardozo's first pitch is no foul to left side by Roma. No balls and a strike. Rob Roma is the first baseman of the off for Edison. Dom Innocenti at short, batting second. Ray Tavares third, hitting third. Connor Murphy is the second baseman in the cleanup spot. Darren Toronto in center, batting fifth. Damian Olandra is catching and batting sixth. Cardozo is 0-1. Swung on and grounded foul outside of first.
That's all right.
No balls and 2 strikes. Sam Kentos is the right fielder, batting seventh. Braden Roma is the pitcher, batting eighth. And Isaiah Lutz is the DH for Edison, batting ninth. He is hitting for the left fielder, Ethan Melendez. No balls and 2 strikes on Rob Roma. Right-hander Chris Cardozo will go into the line. His next pitch on the ground, foul again outside of first. Still 0-2 on Roma. Defensive lineman for North Brunswick, William Sanchez at first base. Jairo Monte Reyes is the second baseman. Willie Pena is short. Josiah Hogan's at third. Adonis Rodriguez in left field. Isaiah Sestrella in center. Mateo Gianni in right. Derek Mates is catching. Made a conscious effort to not say Derek Mates behind the plate this time. Chris Cardozo on the mound. No balls and 2 strikes. Scoreboard is on behind the left center field fence here at Community Park. Cardozo's pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Robert Roma. Roma batting left-handed. Raiders not really playing in the pull. Next pitch. Hit on the ground over towards second. Jairo Monte Reyes fields the hop. Kind of turned his head away, but fields the hop nonetheless and goes to first. But he got something in his eye. He does get the out for out number 1. So that'll bring up shortstop Dom Innocenti. Is a senior hitting at 375, 15 hits, no homers, and 6 runs batted in. I have to look down the extensive roster here for Edison. I believe they have 30 guys on this roster, and 12 of them are freshmen. 12 freshmen listed on the roster. And I just mentioned a minute ago, Edison #1 contenders for the GFC title this year. Curve from Cardozo, this is the inside. Ball 1 to Innocenti. St. Joe's having a down year. He won the title last year. Breaking ball misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Edison in the driver's seat now this year's champion of the GFC. As Cardozo's 2-0. Fastball missing high, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on Innocenti. Few folks still filing in at Community Park. Cardozo's 3-0 outside, ball 4. So the 4-pitch walk to Innocenti puts him on first, and now here's Ray Tavares. Tavares is a junior, and he's a 2-star lead. Leads the team in RBIs with 9 and 11 hits. And batting left. left-handed. So Innocenti will lead off first. Cardonoza with his pitch. Fastball outside, ball one. So far on the season, Innocenti with 2 stolen bases.
Hey, we're sitting no chase, bud. Sitting no chase.
Go over to first and get past Steve Sanchez, but not far enough for Innocenti to move. Raiders catch a break. That one looked like went right off the glove of Sanchez. Raiders have to stay away from mistakes like that. 1 ball and no strikes on Tavares. Another throw over to first. This time, Sanchez flying the tag, but getting back. He's Innocenti. Cardonoza will come to set. And another throw over. Then diving back is Innocenti. So Cardonoza keeping a close eye on him over at first base. Ben and Benny giving out the number sign.
Come on, Ray, sitting there, kid. No chase.
Gone are the days where you use your fingers, your nose, and your eyes, and tip your cap and all that. Next pitch from Cardonoza, just missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. No strikes. And no Tavares. But yeah, the sun is out. So I would say partly sunny. Partly sunny and 60 degrees at King. And the 2 up in the dirt, stopped by Derek Williams in front of him for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Of course, where the struggle has been for the Raiders is in their pitching. Rough runs are coming into today.
Way ahead here.
The team earned run average 7.86. That's been what's led to a lot of their downfall. Next pitch. Fastball inside, ball 4. Another 4-pitch walk. So that's 8 in a row out of the strike zone for Cardonoza. Runners at first and second for Edison. And that'll bring up the dangerous Connor Murphy. Murphy homered against the Raiders last year in last year's Jim Ray Downey game. Murphy is a senior hitting at .316, no homers this year, 7 runs batted in. Right-handed batter. So Cardonoza looking back a second will step off.
No reaching, let's go.
See, North Brunswick infield will look for 2 here. They're not playing, they're not moving up. This first pitch fastball on the outside, black for a called strike. 0-1 on Murphy. Yeah, the infield will look for 2 here. No balls on strike. Nose at the set. He's back at second. He's 0-1 pitch. Curve. He's in there for a called strike. It's 0-2 on Connor Murphy. No balls and 2 strikes. Top of the first inning, no score. Game 1 of 2. Cardonoza's 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, just missed high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Checking his wristband. Yeah, like there's no more signs from the third base coach now. It's about numbers and wristbands. Cardonoza will be ready. Nope, he steps off the rubber again. Darby will take some time here to adjust his batting gloves and think about it. Ball and 2 strikes. We'll keep an eye on the J.P. Stevens touching game. See if we can get you any updates on that game. Meanwhile, Cardonoza turns and throws to second, dodging back. He's Innocenti. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Connor Murphy. And Murphy, a dangerous hitter here. Cardonoza pitch, fastball, lunged at and popped up into left center field. Running over and unable to make the catch was Adonis Rodriguez out there, and everybody will move up a base. That one, a high fly ball, had enough hang time. Rodriguez sailed over, but just didn't catch it. And so that will load the bases. We'll call that an E7. Bases loaded for Edison and 1 out. And here's Darren Torado, the center fielder. Torado is a senior hitting a .220, 1 homer, 6 runs batted in. He has Edison's only home run of the season. Again, a tough spot here for Cardonoza. The pitch hit foul to the right. Sanchez gives it a run, but it'll go foul. No balls and a strike. So let me see if I can find J.P. Stevens been touching me. It's Cardonoza's 0-1. High fly ball out to left center field. Going back on it, and this one will go. It'll go out. It did. Over and out. Couldn't quite see around. I'm directly behind home plate, and I couldn't see around everybody, but it goes out over the left center field fence, which means a grand slam for Darren Torado. I mentioned a minute ago he had the only of the season. Now he's got 2. Torado drives in 4. And just like that, Edison takes a 4-0 lead here in the top of the first. Innocenti, Tavares, and Murphy all scored in front of Torado. First pitch fastball misses high to Jamie Calandra for ball 1. Cardonoza winds 1-0. Fastball missing high, ball 2. 2-0 on Calandra, who's in at 195, no homers, 4 runs batted in. Edison walking in the third right, we're going to get a runner. Edison. I heard Shuck. So Tyler Shuck. Run for the Eagles. He's on first. The 7th batter here in the first inning is Sam Kentos, the right fielder. Kentos hitting at 200 and even 200, no homers, 6 runs batted in. He does lead the team in walks with 14. Edison already has had 3 walks here in the top of the first. First pitch from Cardonoza, fastball missing high, ball 1. So, bleeding has started early here. 1-0. Swing and miss, foul tip. 1 ball and a strike. Unfortunately, with the GMC this year, this is your version of David versus almost Goliath. 4 over the first, diving back. It's Calandra. You mentioned Edison winning the GMC Red Division, which basically makes them, for all intended purposes, the #1 seed in this year's GMC tournament. That's not official. This runner goes and throw down to second by Mate as the pitch is outside. Out down to second, out of time. Calandra steals second. It's 2 balls and a strike on Sam Kentos. But yeah, typically, it doesn't always happen, but typically, the winner of the GMC Red Division ends up getting the #1 seed in the GMC tournament. Cardonoza will come to set. It's 2-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 2-2 on Kentos. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cardonoza's 2-2, breaking ball outside. Nate lunging to his right to save that one, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jake Rosenberg does not want to have to go to his bullpen this early in the game. Cardonoza's 3-2, fastball misses outside, ball 4. Cardonoza shaking his head as he walks back to the mound. He didn't want it that way. So 4 walks in the inning for Edison. Here's the pitcher, Brady Roma, batting right-handed, is a sophomore, hitting at 172 with 3 runs batted in. Cardinals will come to the set. Runners at first and second. And his pitch. Fastball missing really for one. Isaiah Lutz is the ninth batter of the inning. He is on deck. Runners lead off at first and second. Cardinals will come to the set. Here's 1-0. Fastball on the outside edge for a ball strike. And it's 1-1. I don't know, maybe Cardinals are trying to nibble here. Maybe that's part of it.
Come on, Bray Bray.
So 1-1 pitch. The runners go and makes throw to third. And tag from Hogan's out at third base. Edison attempted to double steal, and Colandra thrown out at third. Nate with a strong throw over there, scored 2-5 for the second half of the inning. Kentos goes to second. 2 balls and a strike.
Keep working, let's go, right at him.
Cardinosa just might be able to get out of this inning. Next pitch, outside fastball, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. But yeah, I was saying that perhaps Chris is trying to nibble here, trying to be too perfect. And it's going the other way. Cardinosa with his 3-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a call strike. Romer took a step towards first, but it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. 4-0 Edison, and the Eagles have a runner in scoring position. Cardinosa at the set on 3-2, and his pitch, swing and a miss, outside fastball for strike 3, side retire. First strikeout for Ethan Melendez in left, Darren Toronto in the center, Sam Kentos is in right field, Damian Calandra is behind the plate. So here's Willie Pena. Pena hitting at .476, 4 homers, 15 RBIs, takes the first pitch from Roma low for ball one. Pena with 4 homers, 15 RBIs, 20 hits, and 13 walks. He leads the team in all of those categories. 1-0 pitch. Slice foul to the left out of play. Heading towards the Little League field here at Community Park. 1 ball and a strike on Pena. I'm sure head coach Benny likes the situation he's in as far as pitching to Pena. Pitch, line drive, left field, and running over to try to get it as Melendez goes over his head into the fence. Pena will make his way to second and stand up with a double. That one a line drive that had some distance on it to left field, and it went over the head of Melendez to the fence. So Pena on second, and Chris Cardonoza will be there. Cardonoza in his junior year, he had 333, no homers, 10 runs batting in, 13 hits. Cardonoza right-handed batter. Roma will make his pitch and over the head of Cardonoza. For ball one. Going to the backstop. Cardonoza batting right-handed. Righty Roma. Next pitch. Jamie popped it up, short left field, could drop it, will go a hit. Pena will go to third, the throw there is too late. So a jam shot from Cardonoza into short left field puts him on first. Pena on third, so the runners at first and third with 1 out, and here's catcher Derek Mate. Mate is a junior hitting at .325, 13 hits, no homers, and 7 runs batted in. Shade is now covering the field as the sun is dissolved into the clouds for the moment. Over this pitch, fouled back by Mate. No balls on the strike. I was glad to be with you on a sunny Saturday, or what was a sunny Saturday afternoon here at Community Park. We'll see if Cardonoza goes on the move. 2-1. Rounder pound over at third. Puts a piece of Jake Rosenberg over there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jake's playing days long behind him now. 2-2 on Derek Mate. Almost 2-2. Breaking ball to Santana. First 3-2 is inside ball 4. So Mate draws the walk, and that will load the bases here. Cardonoza down to second. Mate to first. The bases are loaded with 1 out, and here's Mateo Gianni. Gianni is a sophomore hitting at .343 with 12 hits, no homers, and 9 runs driven in. Batting left-handed. Infielding at the corners. At the set. Basketball outside.
Let's get a hit, Johnny.
And now we'll get a mound. balls and a strike on Gianni. Going to his line, 3-1 pitch. Hit on the ground, right side. Bobbled at first base. Able to get there to beat Gianni on the ground. Run scores as plenty of crosses. Gianni an RBI. This is Nate down to second, 2 out. Is a sophomore, a junior rather, hitting a 289, no homers, 5 runs batted in. Batting left-handed. 0-1. Nubbed foul to the left. Six lanes dug out. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Last of the first. And this on the 4-1 lead. Braden Roma with his pitch. Fastball outside. Classic waste pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Of course, with the pitch limits mandated by the NJSIA, 1-2 is a breaking ball in the dirt. Good block from Calandra. Calandra bouncing to his right to block that and keep it in front of him. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Estrella. I was about to say, of course, with the NJSIA pitch limit mandates, waste pitches are probably not advised. 2-2. Fastball on the outside corner, call strike 3, side retired. So Roma gets the strikeout, his first. Lutz, Isaiah Lutz, a soul to be exact, is a senior hitting at 194 with 2 RBIs. Cardinals is 1-0, misses outside, ball 2.
Slow down.
2 balls and no strikes on Lutz. That was 2-0, fastball missing outside, ball 3. Yeah, everything that Chris is missing away. It's almost like he's trying to hit that outside corner, not getting it. 3-0. Fastball, please, ball call strike, and it's 3-1. You're here at the bottom of the order, so if you were ever going to challenge over here, this would be the time. And that 3-1. It's inside this time, ball 4.
Hey, slow down, slow down.
So runner on first, back to the top of the order, Robert Roma. Roma down into the picture, grounded to the second baseman now with his first time up. Grounded to second base, left-handed batter.
I would be scared.
So a pair of lefties at the top of the order in the 1 and 3 spots. And Cardinals' pitch, fastball missing inside. Now listen, Chris could be getting squeezed a little bit. 1-0. On the outside, Black ball call strike is 1-1. But when you're not consistent, that's what's going to happen. As Cardinals is 1-1. Just missed outside.
Come on, man.
Now you hear some of the North Brunswick voices behind me. I'm happy with that. 2 balls and a strike. Cardinals is 2-1. Fastball up and away. Ball 3. 3-1 on Roman. So now you're in a situation with Cardinals where basically you're now forced to 3-1. Pitch. Fastball inside corner for strike 2. Roma looking back to get us some dugout. It's 3-2.
Let's go now, Rob.
3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if Lutz is on the move here. He's not going. 3-2 hit foul to the backstop. Roma stays alive at 3-2. Yeah, outfield shooting a bit towards right, but Chris is doing a lot of pitches under duress here. 3-2 pitch. Hit from the air on the left side. Heading towards the Little League field over there. I always forget that's field 3 and 4. I believe it's 3. 3-2 on Roma. Lutz with a short lead on first. 2 pitch. This is inside. Back-to-back balls to start the second. So now we have Dominic Santi walked his first time out.
Boys. Bobby.
Santi, a right-handed batter. You want to give your defense a chance to do their thing. Cardinals pitch, swing and miss, and it gets a little bit past me. Got a piece of the umpire, throw to third, bounces off of Hogan's glove, and chips away. So we'll call it a wild pitch. That one bounced in front of me and kind of trickled past him, past the home plate umpire. No balls and a strike on Innocenti. So second and third now for Innocenti. That one bounced past me. 9 for no advance. 12 and 13. Distance to the backstop. 1 ball and a strike. Innocenti. 2 in scoring position. Cardinals will come to the set. There's 1-1 pitch. Fastball missing outside. Ball 2. Again, I don't know if it's mechanical where something is going on with Chris throwing to the glove side. 2-1. Fastball falling in. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Let's see if I can track down the Cardinals' pitch. Cardinals already 51 pitches in the second inning. 21. Fastball high. So that loads the bases. There goes Jake Rosenberg's going to head out here to the mound. The Cardinals at 52 pitches. He's yet to record an out here in the second inning. That's not good if you're wearing blue and gold right now. Bases loaded, nobody out. Honestly, Tavares will be the hitter. Tavares walked his first time. In North Brunswick, it's like, okay, how do you get out of this? So Tavares, a left-handed batter. Can you step out for time? Oh, you got a balk. A balk was called. The base umpire behind Cardinosa calling a balk. I didn't see what happened, and guessing that Cardinosa maybe just didn't come to a full stop. So a balk is called. Lutz will score. Over to third is Rob Roman. Innocenti to second. It is now 5-0 Edison. And so the base umpire explaining it to Jake Rosenberg.
Go, Chris. Take a breath.
Yeah, I'm guessing that I'm guessing that
Sit back and drive one.
I'm guessing he's saying that Chris didn't come to a full stop. Next pitch, swing and a miss, low fastball. No balls in the strike on Tavares. So Roma at third, Rob Roma at third, John Innocenti at second. Fastball outside. 1 ball and a strike on Tavares. Again, Edison now with a 5-1 lead in the top of the second. This Cardinals' pitch count continues to mount. Next pitch, down in, breaking ball down in, mid, able to stop it. In the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. And keep in mind, this is game 1 of a doubleheader. You still got another game to play. That's why Jake Rosenberg, the last thing he wants is a pitching change. Because this one is hit deep out to right center field. Running over to get it is Tergiani. Tagging from third is Roma. He will score. Holding at second is Innocenti. Sacrifice fly and RBI for Ray Tavares. Now gives Edison a 6-1 lead. It's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Connor Murphy. Murphy reached on an error his first time up. Right-handed batter.
That was a good one. I like that.
Cardinals' pitch, fastball missing outside, ball 1. So it seems like it's a combination of things going on right now. Cardinals are just, like I said, I mentioned the nibbles and I mentioned maybe overthrowing. 1-0. Popped up, short left field, really Pena out on the grass calling for it. He's got it. Makes the one-handed catch for the second out. So 2-out runner at second, and Darren Torado will come up. Torado hit a grand slam to center field his first time out. And Torado now with 2 homers and 10 RBIs on the season. Right in the back. The set. And this pitch. Hard ground ball to third, a 1 hopper to Josiah Hogan. He'll throw it across. First, Sabatati. And so Here's a sophomore, 3 from 24 on the year. No homers, 2 runs batted in. So Roma winds on pitch, fastball in for ball 1. It's like every time I see the Raiders wear different jersey numbers, it's Kaiser, it's a soft line to second base, backing up a couple of steps. Here's Connor Murphy, and he makes the grab for number 2. 2 out, nobody on, and here's Jairo Marte Reyes. There's one of 3 seniors on the roster. Hitting 226, no homers, 5 runs batted. Roma with his pitch. Fastball popped down behind the plate. No balls and a strike. Roma with his pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball and a strike. Roma winds 1-1. Hard ground ball up the middle. There's going to his left is Dom Innocenti. He goes first with it. Try to retire that one near the second base bag, but Innocenti was there to cut it off. first out. Well, so far so good here in the third. Cardinosa, by the way, has now retired his last 4 batters. 1 out, nobody on. And that'll bring up Sam Kentos. Kentos walked his first time out. Batting right-handed. Cardinosa's pitch, breaking ball missing high, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball is missing over. That's ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. High fly ball out to deep center field. Estrella going back. And this one is gone. Good night. Sam Kentos parks one over the center field fence, going towards right center. And another run on the board for Edison, and they now lead it by a score of 7-1. Kentos I'll find his numbers here in a minute. Is Braden Roma swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Ira Monte Reyes near the second base bag, just behind it, makes the catch, and that is out number 2. So Braden Roma now over 2. Here's Isaiah Lutz. Lutz walked his first time up, but with Kentos, his first home run of the year and his 7th RBI. Those his pitch. Change up looks like that the belt boy called strike 1 on Lutz. Edison has scored in 2 first 3 innings as the fastball misses up. 1 ball and strike on Isaiah Lutz. Did. Lutz tried to dodge out of the way, hitting the deck, but still got him. So Lutz on first. Robert Roma will be the hitter. Roma is 0 for 1 with a walk. Roma, a left-handed batter. Fastball down and in, ball 1. Lutz will take his lead off first. Knows it will be 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and losing the bat is Roma. Ends up behind the plate, 1 ball and a strike.
Rob, you need that to hit the ball.
They're counted 1-1. Well, I mean, Edison can have a good laugh. They're up 7-1 here in the third. Cardinosa at the set. 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground, right side. Sanchez hits a right field corner hit. Lutz will stop at second. On that one, it looked like Sanchez was going to go to his right and get it, but looked like he might have been impeded by the runner. Lutz at first, I'm not sure. But a hit for Roma. Runners at first and second with 2 out, and here's Dom Innocenti. Innocenti has walked both times up. Right-handed batter. Gonna open by Briscoe. So Cardinosa with his pitch, grounded foul over to the Raiders dugout. No balls and a strike. Shout out to Tony Brown of the North Brunswick Baseball and Softball Association, one of the legends here. Counting 0-1. Thanks to all the board members of the NBBSA as always. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball off the glove of mid to his right, and the runner will go from second to third. But holding at first is Roma, so that's a pass ball. 1 ball and a strike on Innocenti. Runner goes from first, pitch is outside, no throw down to second. So Roma takes second base. 2 balls and a strike on Dom Innocenti. 3 balls and a strike. Senti ever so briefly calling for time. Cardinoza at the set. 3-1 pitch. Chopped on the ground left side, and Hogan is cutting it off. Throws to first, not in time, run scores. Pena didn't quite fully charge that ball. Hogan's went over and cut in front of Pena because he knew he had to hurry. And beating it out is Innocenti for an infield hit and an RBI. As Lutz will score. Moving to third is Roma, 8-1 Edison. Here's Ray Tavares. Tavares with an RBI sac fly his last time up. First pitch by Cardinoza in there for strike 1. So Edison now with 4 in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 more here in the third. Cardinoza's next. High drive, right field. Gianni back. He's got room, and he'll make the catch. Side of the tire. Line drive ball. Plenty of room for Gianni. That'll left. Pass ball moves Hogan to third. Ball and no strikes on Pena. When I get a moment, we'll talk about, of course, the late Jimbo Downey. Next pitch. Fastball misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes on Pena. Yeah, we'll talk about the late Jimbo Downey. My own little Jimbo Downey story for those that haven't heard it. 2-0. Line drive, right field, and that's going to go right into the glove of the right fielder, Santos. Tagging from third is Hogan. He comes in. So it will be a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Lee Pena. It's now 8-2 Edison. Pena's hit it hard. That time right at Santos. That'll bring up Chris Cardinoza. Cardinoza singled his first time up. Roma's pitch curve missing high. Ball 1. RBI number 16 on the season for Pena. Next pitch from Roma is a fastball missing high, ball 2 balls and no strikes. Maybe I'm just not up on my pop culture and social events, but I have no clue who Johnny Linden is. Maybe that's just his nickname. Cardonoza, speaking of, as he chops this one over to short, over to get it. There's Dom in the center, throws to first to get Cardonoza for the second out. Maybe I should try and look it up. 2 out, nobody on, and here's Derek Mate. Mate walked his first time up. Derek right-handed batter. Takes first pitch at the knees for a call strike from Roma, 0-1. 0-1. Hopped up, foul behind the plate out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I'm looking at Johnny Linden. I don't see anything. I see the Johnny Linden is DJ. I see that. Maybe I'll ask him that. Anyway, 0-2 here on Mate. Roma's pitch, fastball down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, your head coach Jake Rosenberg, you still have a dilemma here. Next pitch, breaking ball in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. How far do you go on the mound with Cardonoza, again, knowing that you have a second game to play in a little while? So that's the thing. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Derek Mate. 2 out of the inning. Braden Roma's 2-2. Hit on the ground, going towards the middle, and a safety to his left. Scoops it up towards first, side retired. And so, Braden Roma. I was saying before that you heard North Carolina Baseball and Softball Association President Dave Rosenberg has another breaking ball. This one is a low curve. 1 ball and a strike. Talked about everything that Jim Muldowney accomplished in his time at Edison High School. Next pitch, fastball missing outside. 2 balls and a strike. And also as the softball coach at Middlesex College. It was his last endeavor before passing a couple of years ago. Cardinals is 2-1. Fastball down the way, ball three balls on the strike. My own little Jim Muldowney story goes like this. I'm trying to decide which Jim Muldowney story I should tell you. 3-1. Fastball at the belt for a called strike. 3-2 on Connor Murphy. So, a couple years ago, I'll tell you about the last time I saw Jim Muldowney. It's Cardinals a line, 3-2 pitch. Fastball hit on the ground, foul down the third base line. Still 3-2. Last time I saw Jim Muldowney was actually right here at North Brunswick Community Park a couple of years ago. I was about to broadcast the Lady Raiders, the North Brunswick softball team. They were playing Edison. Of course, one of Jim's daughters, Mary Lynn Muldowney, is the head coach of the Edison softball team. So he was there to watch his daughter and their team. 3-2, fastball just missed outside ball 4. Murphy walks. Cardinals putting his head down momentarily. Not sure if he's mad at himself or the ump. I'm not sure which. That puts a runner at first. That'll bring it down Toronto, who has a grand slam and he's grounded out to third, so 1 for 2. Cardinals a pitch, fastball down and away, ball 1. So as I was saying, I was getting ready to broadcast the North Brunswick Edison softball game at the Autism Awareness Softball Challenge a couple of years ago, and Marilyn Muldowney, the head coach of Edison, of course, Jim Muldowney was there to watch her and her team. As Cardinals is next is down the way, change up 2 balls and no strikes on Toronto, and so he was sitting there on one of the benches behind home plate and just watching the game. As Cardinals with his 2-0 pitch. And that one tailing back over the outer half for a called strike, and it's 2-1. And I was setting up, of course, to do the broadcast, and I had an older laptop at the time that was slow as molasses, so I was expending all my energy on that. 2-1 fastball at the belt for a called strike. 2-2 on down Toronto. So I was expending all of my energy trying to get my laptop up and running before the game. And I saw him over there, and I thought, I'll say hello to him at some point during the course of the game or what have you. Long looking from Cardinals, a 2-2 pitch. Chopped on the ground towards third, charging in to Hogan's. Well, do he have a play? Throw to first. No, doesn't get it. The chop to third, Hogan's had to make sure he fielded it cleanly. Got a strong throw over, but Toronto beats it out for an infield hit. Down to second is Murphy. So runners at first and second for the Eagles with nobody out, and Damian Calandra will come to the plate. Calandra has walked and grounded out to third. So yeah, maybe I'll say hello to him at some point during the course of the game. And Coach Muldowney and I have always had good conversations, and so of course the game went on. Cardinals' pitch is wide to center. Estrella coming in, and he will go ahead and make the catch. Tagging and going to third is Murphy. Line drive by Calandra to Isaias Estrella out in center field for the first out. Runners at first and third, 1. Here's Sam Kentos. Kentos homered his last time up a solo. He's also walked. But, yeah, I thought I would get a chance to say hello to him at some point during the course of the game. Never did. And, so he sat there on the bench and watched his daughter Maryland's team play. Cardinals' pitch, fastball. Runner goes from first. Nate throws it through down to second, and it hits the runner coming home. Ahead of Pena's throw, maybe, yep. Sliding in ahead of Pena's throw is Murphy. Steal on the back end. That one hit the runner, it looked like, as Toronto was sliding into second base. Anya did all he could to get that throw home, and it was a close play, closer than I thought it would be. But Murphy scores 9-2 Edison. It's a ball and no strikes on Sam Kentos. So anyway, I never did speak to Jim Muldowney that day as much as I intended to. But that was the last time I saw him. And couple of weeks later, I heard that he passed. And never did get a chance to speak to him. Next pitch, fastball on the outside, blocked for a call, strike 1 and 2 on Sam Kentos. It just goes to show you never know. And that's happened to me 2 years in a row. It happened with Jim O'Downey 2 years ago. My father never got a chance to speak to him, and I felt like I should have. So you just never know. 2-2. Fastball in the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. My father was 83 years old, so we knew that his time was coming. Coach Downey was younger than me. I don't even think he was 70. I know he's in his 60s. 2-2. Curve, popped up. Going out to deep right field, right center. And backing up Matteo Gianni. Nope, that's over his head. And drops in front of the fence. Torado being waved around third. Reyes will throw it to third. And going in standing up is Kentos. 10-2 Edison. A high fly ball to right. Gianni lost track of it. Out there in front of the fence. Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter for Braden Roman. It will be Tyler Shook as the pinch hitter. Meanwhile, they gave Kentos a triple on it. He gave Kentos a triple and an RBI. Again, Edison now leading at 10-2. Here's Tyler Shook. Shook is a freshman. 1 for 1 on the season as first pitch from Cardinals in the dirt.
Come on, Tyler.
And you can kind of tell here that Jake Rosenberg doesn't have options as far as pitching goes. That's back when this is high ball 2 balls and no strikes. Because Edison scored 10 runs here. Cardinals are still out there on the mound, so Coach Rosenberg is looking for answers. Can't find him. 2-0. He's got a foul at the plate. 2 balls and a strike. So it's a tough situation to be in. 2 balls and a strike on Shook. 2-1. Right center field. Estrella running in. That'll be a base hit. Coming in to score is Kentos. Tyler Shook is 2 for 2 on the season. He's a freshman chant goes out. 11-2 Edison. Well, 2 at bats for Tyler Shook and 2 hits. And so Jake Rosenberg will have a mound visit here, and I think that's going to be it for Cardinals. Yep. So Jake finally has to pull the plug. And so we will get a pitching change here in the top of the 4th inning, 11-2 Edison. So we will break, and we will come back in a moment with North Brunswick Raiders Baseball, presented by the North Brunswick Baseball and Softball Association, King James Radio Network. I'll get to my break.
Yeah, he's 3. Twins. Yeah, no. Each other, but they're I'm sure it's good. It's good to see.
Whoa, sun's out, sun's out. Muscles.
All right, so we come back for pitching change. So Aiden Kaiser is now in the pitch. Chris Cardenosa moves over to first. Liam Sanchez comes out of the game. Aiden Kaiser has a 5.25 ERA as a sophomore, 5 in the third innings, pitched 13 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Goals to one machine. Hit by pitches last time up. He does not have an official turn back. He's also out. First pitch from Kaiser. First base bag, calls for it, makes the catch. That is the second out. 2 out, runner at first. Here's Rob Roma. Roma has singled and walked. He's 1 for 2. He's also grounded out the second. Left-handed back. Has to make a sliding catch. Does he do it? He holds up the ball. He's got it, I think. I don't see any signals. But the other Jim Modani story was I was out in front of my house and I was 1-0 pitch, fastball missing outside ball, 2 and 1. Now I was in. This is on I think a summer day. I was in my bathrobe. This is like sometime in the morning. I was in my bathrobe. 2-0. Fastball away, ball 3-0 on Gianni. And so normally, people around my neighborhood, I don't really care who sees me in my bathrobe, in my attire. Not looking to impress. If I can't impress my wife, what's the point? 3-0. And that might it looked like it might have went off the shin guard of the catcher, Calandra. 3 balls on the strike. So I was out there dealing with some recycling, like some cardboard and things like that. And so I'm out there, and the last person I expect to see come walking down the street is none other than Jim Montana. And the 3-1. Fastball on the outside, blackboard call, strike, and 3-2. So I'm out there in my pajamas in my bathrobe, dealing with the cardboard, and here comes Jim Montana walking down the street. And he just said hello. And 3-2 pitch, missing inside, ball 4. And so Gianni walks. Second walk for Braden Roman. That'll bring up his ass to Stroller. Stroller struck out looking his first time up back left-handed. But first pitch, sliced foul to the left-hand. No balls in the strike by Stroller. But a lot of people held Jim Montana in such high regard, including myself, and that's not the way I wanted him to see me. No balls in the strike on Stroller. So yeah, I was a little as a struggle called for. He was trying to call time, didn't get it as the pitch came in. It's outside, ball 1 ball and a strike. But yeah, I held him in such a high esteem that I actually cared what he thought. There's one curve on the inside of his foot, ball strike. Didn't want him to see me that way. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I mean, luckily it was a nice bathrobe at the time until it wore out. 1-2, curve just missed outside. Stroller shaking his head, saying no. 2-2. But yeah, that's my other Jim Montana story. But like I said, always had good conversations with him. Real nice guy. 2-2. Fastball in the dirt, blocked by Calandra. Ball 3.
Come on, Bragg.
3 balls and 2 strikes on his ass of Stroller.
5-1-1.
I didn't care that fact that it was 3-2. He was missing in the dirt, ball 4, back-to-back walks here. Which runners at first and second. 4 North Brunswick. Hitting in place of Dave Sanchez will be Aiden Kaiser. Kaiser, a right-handed batter. On the season, 3 for 24 with 2 RBIs. Roma's pitch, fastball missing high, ball 1. So Roma losing his command of the strike zone. But I didn't care so much that he knew where I lived. I didn't care about that. I just didn't want him to see me in the bathroom. 1-0. Breaking ball down and away, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Kaiser. See, that's the thing about living so close to the high school. Is people you know, especially what I do here, people know you. 2-0. Fastball on the inside corner, ball call strike, and it's 2-1. So you never know who's going to come walking past your house. So the count at 2-1 on Kaiser. Gianni at second, Estrella at first, in the bottom of the 4th. 11-2 Edison. Next pitch from Roma. Swung on a foul tip into the Calandra. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kaiser. Now, North Brunswick has yet to announce their senior names. They have 3 seniors on the roster. 2-2, fastball high, ball 3. Another full count. 3 straight full counts now for Braden Roma. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Kaiser. North Brunswick has yet to announce their senior names. Roma with his 3-2 pitch. Fastball on the inside corner. Call strike 3. And that is the first out of the inning. So Roma finally gets one to go. It's only his 2nd strikeout today. So 1 out, runners at first and second.
4-2.
Here's Adonis Rodriguez. Right-handed batter, first pitch from Roman. This is outside ball one. Rodriguez. Let's see, Adonis Rodriguez is a freshman. He got 321, no homers, 6 runs batted. This one's shot in front of the plate. Roma off the mound, field throws to first. A wide throw, holding on to the bag is Rob Roma for the second out. The runners move up. Gianni goes to third. Estrella down to second. 2 out of the inning. Ira Marte Reyes will come to the plate. Reyes grounded out to short in his first time. Reyes, a right-handed batter. Brady Roman's pitch. Line drive, left center field, and that's going to drop in for a hit. Coming in to score is Gianni. Estrella rounding third. The throw to the plate is cut off. Ira Marte Reyes with a single and 2 RBIs. So the Edison lead is now cut to 11-4. Now to bring it back to the top of the order, and Josiah Hogan's doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Josiah right-handed batter. Roma's pitch, curve lands in, called strike. Nothing in one. So it may seem like Braden Roma might be running out of gas here. His pitch count isn't particularly high. 0-1 inside, rushing back. Hogan's back bender to the turf. 1 ball and a strike. Runner goes, got a big jump. 1-1 popped up. Going out to center field, Darren Torado calling for it. He makes the catch going to his left side of the time. Well, the Raiders at least scored. Getting the dirt down the way we want. Talking about what it was like growing up with a guy that was admired by so many. 1-0. Slow grounder back towards the mound. Bowling down is Kaiser and doesn't have a throw. He slipped and lost his footing trying to field that. Go as an infield hit on the center.
Hey, Ray, what do you say, bud?
That'll bring up Ray Tavares. Tavares has walks. Flied out to right his last 2 times up. One of them was a sacrifice fly.
When you like.
chopped on the ground foul, getting Tavares in the foot. Looks like no balls in the strike. My most recent, of course, that you podcast about a year ago now, but Matt Pasulo, Colonia baseball, was our guest. But that one with very little Downey. Those that want to know more about Jim Montani, listen to that. Throw over the first, diving back. Innocenti. Again, still got another game to go. Between North Brunswick and Metuchen in game 2, scheduled for a 6 o'clock start. Hopping off of first is Innocenti. Stepping off the rubber now is Kaiser. Coach Jake Rosenberg standing outside that third base dugout trying to guide his pitcher here on what to do with Innocenti at first. Fastball missing up and away. 1 ball and a strike on Tavares. So, in the pace of the game, he's been a slow one. This one is a liner going out to left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Going from first to third is Innocenti. The throw to third is not in time. Strong throw from Estrella there to third base, but not in time to get a sliding Innocenti. Down the second is Tavares. So runners at first and third for Edison with nobody out, and here's Connor Murphy. Murphy walked his last time up and has also reached on an error and popped out the short. It's officially over 2. Infield will come in for North Brunswick. And it's 11-4. Edison needs 3 runs to kick the mercy rule in. Kaiser's pitch, fastball inside, ball 1.
Hey, Murph, what do you say, bud?
Unfortunately for the Raiders, it's been an all too familiar theme with the mercy rule thus far this year. Count the most recent 2 games against North Plainfield. Next pitch. Line foul. Down the left field line. 1 ball and a strike.
How you feeling? All right.
Yeah, if I count the last 2 games against North Plainfield, the Raiders have been mercy ruled 4 times thus far this year. The opposing team has scored double digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 times. It's fastball missing low. 2 balls and a strike on Murphy. Again, infield in. Kaiser's 2-1. Line foul over the head of head coach Ben Benny over there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I believe Coach Benny has on the hard hat. I wouldn't call it a helmet. I'd call it one of those construction hard hats. Yeah, that he's wearing over. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kaiser's 2-2, fastball inside, brushing him back. 3-2 on Connor Murphy. Again, with runners at first and third for Edison. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Infield in for North Brunswick. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Murphy. Kaiser becoming the set. And it's the 3-2 pitch. Rounder past third, and Hogan's down the left field line. Coming in to score is Innocenti. Tavares right behind him. Holding at first with a pair of RBIs is Connor Murphy. And Edison now leads at 13-4. For Murphy, he strikes again as he did last year. RBIs 8 and 9 on the season. That'll bring up Darren Torado, who had the big blow in the top of the first inning, a grand slam. Also has an infield hit, right-handed batter. Kaiser's pitch, swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. So Edison now only needs 1 more run grab a 10-run lead, get to the mercy rule part of the game. Kaiser will come to set. 0-1. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball and a strike on Tirado. So, unfortunately for the Raiders, this year, 1-1, a high pop-up out to center field. Running back on it is Estrella. It's going to get past him and go to the fence. Rounding third and scoring will be Murphy. The throw coming in from Pena, not in time. So Darren Tirado with his 5th RBI of the day.
Go, Danny.
It's now 14-4 Edison. Murphy scoring all the way from first on that. That will bring up Damian Calandra. Calandra is 0 for 2 with a walk. Right-handed batter. Kaiser with his pitch, missing inside for 1. Well, Braden Roma just needs 3 more outs.
Do it for MJ Athletic.
Next pitch, grounder foul over the head of Benny. He's like, what are you trying to do? No balls and 2 strikes on Calandra. I think at the beginning of the game, I wanted to make a correction. At the beginning of the game, I gave you Rob Roma's pitching numbers when I should have been giving you Braden Roma's pitching numbers. Next pitch, hopped up behind the plate. Out of play. Still 0-2 on Calandra. Coming into today, Braden Roma is 1-1 with a 4.04 ERA. He pitched 8 2/3 innings, 13 hits allowed, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. So I had incorrectly given you Rob Roma's numbers when I should have given you Braden Roma's numbers. Breaking ball missing high from Kaiser. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Damian Calandra. So I just wanted to make that correction. Of course, Connor Murphy pitched a whale of a game in Edison's last game against St. Thomas Aquinas a couple of days ago. Kaiser's 1-2 is lying in the right field and holding up on Mateo Gianni to make the catch for the first out. Holding at second is Tirado. 1 out. Here's Sam Kentos. Kentos has homered and tripled. He's also walked. But Robert Roma has a 0.6 ERA, but Connor Murphy is at 0.50 after throwing a no-hitter against St. Thomas Aquinas a couple of days ago, shutting out the Trojans 5-0. First pitch, lands in Kaiser, called strike on 1. The line for Connor Murphy in that game against St. Thomas Aquinas: 7 innings, 1 hit, no walks, 15 strikeouts. Did I say no hitter? 1 hit. No walks, 15 strikeouts. Next pitch. Fastball just missing high. 1 ball and a strike. Yeah, St. Thomas Aquinas got a single in the first inning, but that was it. Murphy did not allow another hit the rest of the game. Next pitch. Missing low, so it felt like a no. Down there. 2 balls and a strike on Sam Kentos. So you know you're getting with Murphy as one of the best pitchers in the GMC. The Raiders, for whatever it's worth, didn't have to face him today. Kaiser at the set, 2-1 pitch. He's for a called strike, and it's 2-2. But doing most of the damage here, though, Darren Tirado with his 5 RBIs. 2-2 on Kentos. Kaiser's pitch. Hit on the ground towards short Pena Fields. He'll go to first with it and get the out. That's the second out. Moving over to third is Toronto. 2-out runner at third. Braden Roma will take his turn at bat. Roma is 0-2, grounded out the second his last time up. Tyler Shook hit in Roma's place the last turn around the batting order, so Roma coming back up here. Right-handed batter. Hitting guys with a pitch, swing and a foul tip into the catcher's glove of Derek Mate. No balls and a strike. No one. Swing and a miss. Low fastball. 0-2. Of course, regardless of when this game ends, we'll be on the air at 5:50 for our Raiders Live pregame. For North Brunswick faces Metuchen. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Backstop. Roma running to first. And coming home is Toronto. Roma reaches 15-4. Here's your score.
Yeah!
You hear a big roar from the dugout as Coach Benny calling out for Eli. Elijah Pavez, to be exact, he is a senior. He will run. Pavez will run for Roma.
Yo, let's go, Fluffy!
Whoops, I'm sorry. Pavez will be hitting. Pavez is hitting. Elijah Pavez, the sophomore, will be hitting.
Come on, Eli! Yeah, Eli!
This is Pavez's first at bat of the season, probably of his varsity career. First pitch from
Go, Fluffy!
slow grounder over to short Pena on the run. Runs it over the first to get Pavez side retired. I was saying first pitch from Kaiser. Slow grounder over to Pena, who made sure first off the Edison dugout. No balls and a strike. Count it 0-1. White, next pitch. This one hit foul to the left out of play. Pena tried to go the other way. No balls and 2 strikes. Jake still got the throwing on him. No balls and 2 strikes on Pena. Sean White will wind, 0-2 pitch, curve, hitting the air, out to left center field, running in to make the catch. Left fielder, actually, maybe not. I thought he had it, Ethan Melendez, but he didn't come up with it. I think that's going to be an error. Looked like an easy enough play. Maybe lost it in the sun.
3-2-4.
Right there.
Yeah, that'll be an error charge to him. Pena on first, and here's Chris Cardonoza. Cardonoza is 1 for 2, a single, and grounded out to short. First pitch from White, a fastball on the outside, flat for strike 1. That's the thing about high school. What feels like a routine play isn't always the case. So when you're writing it in your scoreboard, you better make sure the fielder catches it. Curve swung, missed. 0-2 on Chris Cardonoza. Chris 1 for 2, single and grounded out to short. And the batter against the righty, Sean White. Next pitch, curve missing outside, goes off the glove, comes into the backstop, hitting it down to second. Fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cardonoza. Edison trying to put this one away. They will face J.P. Stevens in game number 2 here at Community Park at 6 o'clock. Coming to the set is White. His next pitch popped up. Going out to center field. Torado, a couple steps in, makes the catch for the out. Holding at second is Pena. 1 out. Here's Derek Mate. They grounded out short his last time up. He's also walked. Made a right-handed batter. Pena leads off second. White's pitch, curve, tried to check the swing. Tailed away.
Did it go?
No swing. Appeal to the base umpire. No swing. 4-1. That's not right. Anyway, White's next pitch, swinging and miss at a high fastball, 1 ball and a strike.
Good job, Sean. 4-3-4.
So, Edison 2 outs away from a victory here. The Raiders 2 outs away from their 3rd straight loss. White with his next. That one bruises the handle on it, gets away, sailing past Calandra to his right to the backstop. Pena to third. That's a wild pitch. 2 balls and a strike on Derek Mate.
We know that. We know you get out and left field. You gotta set yourself up.
White will come to set. 2-1 pitch. Hopped up. First base side. Going over in foul ground is first baseman Rob Roma. He makes the catch for the second out. Holding at third is Pena. 2 out. Runner at third. North Brunswick down to their final out here in game 1. And Mateo Gianni will be the hitter. Gianni does not have an official, well, actually he does. He grounded out the first one RBI. That's his 1 at bat, and he's also walked. Left-handed batter. Sean White for his pitch. Fastball missing high for the 1.
4-2-4.
Edison with 8 pitchers on their roster. I mentioned they have a 30-man roster with 12 freshmen on it. We've seen a couple of those freshmen today. Next pitch. It's an inside. He's sliding stop by Durante. 2 balls and no strikes on Matteo Gianni. It's after today. Raiders will try to get ready for the GMC tournament coming up week after next. 2-0. Fastball up and away, ball 3. 3 balls in no strikes. Of course, from the looks of things now, it looks like North Brunswick will once again be in the Invitational, the GMC Invitational tournament. I'm trying to remember if the Invitational is the Jim O'Downey Invitational or the Ray Sigler. I believe it's the Jim O'Downey Invitational. 3-0. Fastball missing low, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Gianni. Raiders still alive. Runners at first and third with 2 out. And Isaiah Estrella will come to the plate. Estrella walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. But yeah, I believe it's the Jim O'Downey Invitational in the Ray Sigler. I gotta double check. Probably won't get to 12. Anyway, the pitch on White. This is outside, ball 1. Yeah, the Jim O'Downey GMC Championship. So his is the GMC Championship. The Ray Sigler is the invitation. Stepping off the rubber is White. And Edison losing in the GMC Championship last year to St. Joe's. Fastball on the outside. Again, I don't think Edison will have that problem this year. Unless St. George makes a surprise run. 1 ball and a strike. Which I guess you could never put it past them because they are St. Joe's. 1-1 for White. Swing and miss. 1-2 on Estrella. North Brunswick down to their final strike during game 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the last of the 5th. 15-4 Edison. Sean White. His next pitch, fastball low, runner goes to let him go. We'll call it defensive indifference. Gianni goes down 7. 2-2 on Estrella. So White will come to the set. And his next pitch, curve, missing outside, ball 3. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Game almost 2 hours old now. White's 3-2. Swinging. This one is a grounder going over the short and the Cinti with the backhand stop. Throws it over to first in time. And that'll do it. This game is over.